Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat welcoming you back to Madden 19 for the PC and the New York Jets franchise. This week the Jets meet for the first time this season their division rival Miami on a primetime showdown in Metlife Stadium. Now, during the game with the Giants last week, wide receiver Quincy Enunwa suffered a broken collarbone, and the Jets have put him on injured reserve. That means that there was a spot to fill, and still available was Brashad Perriman as a free agent. He may only be with the team for a few weeks, but he'll have to make a big impression in a short amount of time. But he should be able to make a great backup for now anyway. Tonight, meeting Miami on a primetime showdown is in front of the Jets. Thursday night means they have had a short week to prepare for the Dolphins, who bring in the number 18 offense as well as the number 22 defense. The problem is that while the Finns sit at the bottom of the AFC East and are at 0-3 on the season, they do have some good talent on the squad. Veteran Ryan Tannehill is still their number one quarterback and has three outstanding backs to fill the backfield in Drake, Ware, and an aging but still very powerful Marshawn Lynch. Add in a really solid receiving core that, if he gets it to them, can do some serious damage on the field. They have some good and bad on the O-line. If New York can get a good pass rush, they may have a shot in this one. Either way, run or pass, the Jet defense will have its hands full with these guys. The defense has Jonathan Hankins, a Jet last season, on the line and may have trouble running his direction. The safeties in Fitzpatrick and Jones may not be where Darnold will have success, but the middle of the defense may be the soft spot. And I would think his concentration would be in the short and medium passing game. And of course, running to the right may be an option if the Jets can get that part of the game working, however. And now that both teams are ready for the kickoff, let's join them as the Jets take on the Dolphins here on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Miami is kicking it off, and Matt Hawk gets this off, and it's fielded by Cordero Patterson up the hash marks in the middle and tackled at the 26-yard line. Now there's the numbers on Darnold, and those interceptions are just a killer this season. He needs to improve that if he's going to continue as the starter for very long. Over the middle, complete to Anderson, and he's out to the 45-yard line for a first down for the Jets. Now lined up in the offset eye. The quick pass over the middle, complete. Patterson catches it for another first down for the Jets. Now from the Dolphin 44-yard line, he is sacked. Darnold can't get the ball away, and Rashad Jones makes the tackle in the backfield. And there you have the starting lineup for the Jets. The hardest thing is probably Kelvin Beachum transitioning to the right side from his left tackle position, and that one is incomplete down at the 20-yard line. Brings up fourth down, and the kick, and it's inside the 10-yard line at the 7 is where Locke Edwards drops it. Now Tannehill with Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. He gets it, bulls over. Oh my goodness. Henry Anderson didn't stand a chance against the power of Marshawn Lynch. And there is a false start, so that means the Dolphins will have to back up 5. Now at the 17-yard line. Tannehill drops back. A quick throw to Parker in the middle of the field. 2nd and 5. Tannehill again, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. Tannehill gives to Drake, and he is stopped by Williamson in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Now, Robbie Anderson for the season has 17 receptions, 290 yards, and we'll see if he can add to that tonight. 2nd and 10. Now, what was that? Anderson leaping for joy of catching that? I'm not sure. But that gave him a first down. 2nd and 10. And Darnold decides to run it himself up the middle and gets an 8-yard pickup. 3rd and 2. The throw is complete out to Rodgers, and he is tackled at midfield. Now Darnold back to pass again. Completes this one to Anderson over the middle for a first down. 1st and 10. Look out, and he is sacked. Jonathan Hankins gets to him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, and he's sacked again. Charles Harris getting to him this time, and Darnold is taking a beating back there. 3rd and 25 now. The throw long, and it's incomplete, intended for Robbie Anderson. I'm not sure. That almost looked like he had the ball for a moment, and then it was knocked away. Here it is on the Jumbotron, and Xavier Howard catches up and knocks that ball out of there, and it's incomplete. Now Tannehill from the shotgun. The fake to Drake. And that one is complete, out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Tannehill across the middle, completes it to Parker, tackled at the 42 for a 7-yard pickup. And that brings us to the end of quarter number 1 with a scoreless first quarter. Now to the shotgun on 2nd and 3. Drake takes it up the middle and has the first down out to the 48. Now on another play action pass, Amendola catches it over the middle, and he's hit by Marcus May. He lost the football, and it is jet ball. Marcus May is becoming known as a really hard hitter in the NFL. That one being jarred loose and recovered by Jamal Adams. Now with only one wide out, Darnold looking downfield, doesn't find any, drops it off to James. He has it out to the 29 for a 7-yard pickup. 3rd and 3. The completion to Tomlinson, and he struggles. Did they? Yes, they gave him the first down. Darnold in the backfield again. Oh, is strip sacked. And Chantrell Henderson is there to scoop it up. But it's 2nd and 20. Darnold back to pass, has all day, and runs out of time. Devon Godshaw making the stop after just a 2-yard pickup. Now across the middle. Oh, and Anderson caught that on the flies at the 10-5. Touchdown, Jets. That had to be the prettiest play I've seen all season long. Fitzpatrick thought he had the interception, and Anderson catches it on the fly, and with his speed, it isn't long before he's in the end zone. 7-0, the Jets have the early lead. 2nd and 7. Out to the 41-yard line goes Gesicki. 2nd and 10. Drake bounces it outside to the left and is stopped by Williamson for a 4-yard gain. Now again, Drake gets it, has plenty of room, has the first down, fumbles the football. It's recovered by the Jets, and David Bass has the recovery. But did Drake ever get popped? Jamal Adams came over and leveled him right there. A pile of bodies ensues, but not before David Bass gets himself the recovery. Darnold back to pass. throws it out to Rodgers. He has the first down and more, out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Now on 3rd and 10. Darnold back to pass, throws to Crowell. He dances around inside the 40-yard line. He cannot make it to the sticks, so that brings on Myers for a long field goal, and he puts it through. 55 yards on the kick, and the Jets take a 10-0 lead. Now Tannehill looking to make something happen before the halftime break. Completing that out to Rhett Ellison, out to the 44-yard line. First down for the Dolphins. Now on a play-action pass. The throw over the middle, complete to Durham Smythe. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 3. Tannehill back to pass. Throws out of the backfield to Drake, and he has the first down. Now with a minute and 41 seconds left, the catch is made by Amendola. He's down to the 41 for 3rd and 6. And on the slant pass, Kenny Stills catches it, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. That will make it now a one-score game, 10-7, with a minute 12 seconds left to go. Can the Jets put any more points on the board? And James is tackled at the 33 for an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 2, Anderson with the first down out to the 44. Darnold back to pass over the middle to James again, and he has it inside Dolphin territory. Darnold drops back, dances around in the backfield, finally finds Anderson, and that was a dangerous throw, folks. And the Jets call their first timeout. So 22 seconds left on the clock. The Jets are in scoring opportunity. The throw is complete down to Cordero Patterson at the 16. 16 seconds left. The throw is complete to Patterson again, and he is down to the 2. 9 seconds left. Darnold gets hit as he throws. Oh, and there's not enough time to get another playoff. So the first half will end with a completion to James, but not enough to get it in the end zone, and time runs out. And thanks to some hard hitting, the Jets have 2 takeaways in the first half already. Now let's go to Eurocat Baby on the sideline.
Husker, another injury this week that will cost the Jets some experience. Right tackle Kelvin Beachum broke his thumb and will be out the next few weeks letting that heal. It looked pretty nasty as they were taking a look at it on the sideline before taking him to the locker room. I would say there would have to be surgery on his hand to put it back to normal. I asked Coach Dale about it, and he said that he's definitely going to be missed on the O-line. But this is a contact sport, and we can only hope the surgery goes well. He did comment on that last play of the first half and was disappointed that Sam didn't throw that one into the end zone. He said they're just going to need to come out and drive the ball down the field again. Coach McDermott on the Dolphins side told me he was really concerned that his receivers were having trouble hanging onto the football against these hard-hitting safeties. Ball security will be addressed in the locker room. He said that Miami is losing the ball control aspect of this game and need to get that under control here going into the second half.
Thank you for that report, and boy, Coach McDermott has it right. The safeties of the Jets really understand that this is a contact sport, and we'll have to see if that continues into the second half. The Dolphins have a chance to strike first here. Out of the shotgun, Tannehill throws complete to Parker out to the 32. Now on 3rd and 3, Drake cannot get to the first down. Now it's Sam Darnold and the Jets' turn. 246 yards passing already today. And the majority of that to Robbie Anderson. Darnold back to pass. Throws complete to Anderson again. And he has the first down out to the 28. This time the pass goes to James over the middle, and he has an 11-yard pickup and another first down. 2nd and 10. Drop back. James complete out to the 44-yard line. 6-yard pickup, 3rd and 4. That one is complete out to Anderson to the 42-yard line of the Dolphins. Darnold continuing his targeting of Anderson. There again, down to the 32. And another first down. Oh, they're not going to give it to him. 2nd and inches. Montgomery picks it up anyway. Powers his way to the left inside the 30-yard line. Now on 1st and 10. Crowell can't get out of the backfield. A loss of 2, which brings up 3rd and 12. And it's intercepted. John Timu playing center field intercepted that one, and I'm not sure what Darnold was thinking. How could he not see Timo just standing there waiting to pick that ball off and go the other way? It kind of looked like Darnold was going to get away without throwing a pick this game, but that comes to an abrupt halt. Now the Dolphins at the 27. Tannehill throws across the middle. Oh! Stills his hit. Jarring the football loose is Marcus May. And guess what, folks? He drops down and makes the recovery himself as well. These safeties for the Jets are no joke. May and Adams are making plays, and it's keeping the Jets well within grasp of winning this football game. Now well into the 3rd quarter, Darnold drops back, throws, and it's caught. Robbie Anderson down to the 16-yard line. That brings Darnold's total to well over 300 yards for this game already. And if you watch it on the replay, Howard just can't get his arm around Anderson to make the ball pop out of there like he did the last time. And a completion is made at the 16. Darnold throws. No, he is sacked. He ran out of time. Akeem Spence making the play in the backfield for an 8-yard loss. Darnold again throwing complete to Anderson. Did they give him the first down? He's at the 5. Yes, they did. Now on 3rd and goal. Darnold hangs in the pocket and completes it in the end zone to James. Touchdown, Jets. Tankersley couldn't catch up, and it's an easy touchdown for Jesse James. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter with your score 17-7. Now to the shotgun. Tannehill needs to bring the Dolphins back, and that is a good start. Out to the 38-yard line, complete to Danny Amendola. Tannehill back, and he's throwing long, and it's intercepted. What an interception by Marcus May, his 3rd of the season, coming all the way across the field. Well, halfway anyway. And making that grab, taking it right out of Kenny Still's hands. 2nd and 8 for the Jets. The 9-yard line, complete to Anderson. He's outside the 30-yard line for a first down for the Jets. Now Montgomery powers his way to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 4. The pass this time goes to James, and there is a flag on the play. Face mask penalty against Xavier Howard. 3rd and 8 down at the 22 now. Darnold can't find anybody open, takes off himself, gets the first down, and dives to the 6-yard line. Oh, he makes me uneasy when he does stuff like that. You must think he's back at USC. These guys hit. Running. Shakes off the tackle of Harris. Throws complete to Rodgers. And it's a touchdown, Jets. Richard Rodgers gets his first receiving touchdown of the season. Now looking at the replay of that, he barely crosses this plane right there. You see him cross the plane with the ball, and that's all it took. 24-7 lead for the Jets. Tannehill can't find anybody to pass it to, throws it away. 3rd and 10. Tannehill with Drake in the backfield. Throws over the middle to Gesicki, and he is to the 41 for a first down. Tannehill fields that high snap. Drake takes it around the right side with lots of room, and he's inside Jet territory at the 38. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. With your score 24-7, the Jets with a commanding 3-score lead, and that one is jarred loose from Amendola. Now to the shotgun. Tannehill across the middle, completes that one to Amendola down at the 23. 2nd and 10. Gesicki down, tackled at the 17. 3rd and 5. Across the middle, Kenny Stills gets it down to the 2-yard line. They're going to say the 3. Drake takes the handoff and is untouched into the end zone on the left side. That brings the score now to 24-14 for the Jets. That looked awfully easy for the Jets, but it may be just a little bit too little, too late. Now, with the onside kick, it's recovered by Jesse James, and that is probably going to do it. 39 seconds left, and all Darnold has to do is take a knee, and this one is in the history books. Coach Dale raising his arms in victory as we get a look at Robbie Anderson, the player of the game with 12 receptions, 254 yards. That almost meets his total for the year in this game alone. I'm not sure what the deal was, but the Dolphins just didn't have any kind of clue how to stop that guy. 4 takeaways is big. I think normally it would have been the other way around. But Darnold, aside from that one interception, looked pretty loose out there tonight. A very different ball game from last week against the Giants. In looking at the game stats, the Jets dominated the tally sheet in more than just the final score. Over 400 offensive yards, and if it weren't for Sam connecting with Robbie Anderson a lot during this game, you may have had a different player of the game. What was outstanding is that he only threw 1 pick in this game. And the really cool thing is that the ball was quickly turned back over to the Jets on a Dolphin fumble by Kenny Stills, so no damage was done. What I thought was amazing and was commented on by Coach McDermott at halftime was the amount of time that New York had the ball. Miami only had it just over a quarter of the game, and it's really hard to score points if you don't have the ball. Unless, of course, your defense is doing the scoring for you, and the Dolphins didn't have that luxury tonight. Darnold had a 65% completion night, which helps out his stats because he's at a 60% for his short career. That needs to come up just a bit. Something that surprised me was that he has been sacked 65 times already in his career, and it's going to be a short career if that doesn't change for the better. I would have thought that the running game would have had a bigger impact than it did. As a matter of fact, it needs to be more of a focus because a total of 46 yards on the ground isn't getting the job done. The passing game was on target though, and while the rest of the receivers didn't have the day that Anderson had, they definitely added to the offensive production. What about the performance of the defense? Especially the secondary, with May and Adams leading the way. The only reason the numbers for the tackles seem low for the team in its entirety is that the Dolphins didn't have the ball enough. But an outstanding job was done to get the ball back in the hands of the offense tonight. Marcus May was the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for the second week in a row with that outstanding performance tonight. I was a little surprised that Robbie Anderson didn't get it for the offense, but I guess they felt Mariota had a more complete game. Although I certainly don't see that with the numbers that Anderson put up. I don't know how that happened. Well, 6 passing touchdowns may have been what put Marcus on top, though. Another defensive winning performance will need to happen this next week as the Jets invite the Houston Texans to Metlife Stadium. Although the Texans only have the number 23 offense in the NFL, that doesn't mean they don't have offensive weapons to work with. Deshaun Watson is a difficult quarterback to defend because he has that scrambling ability. If he gets out of containment, he could do a lot of damage. Not saying anything about the receiving arsenal that he has at his disposal. The defense is where the strength of this team is, though. With the number 6 defense in New York and number 5 defense in Houston, we should see a defensive game this next week. The Jets may have a little success in the running game since the rush defense of the Texans is their weakness. They just need to stay away from J.J. Watt is all. And that's not going to be an easy thing to do. That will bring an end to this week's presentation of the New York Jets franchise on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and remember to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications of new videos as they come out. With a performance that kept the ball out of the hands of the Miami passing attack, the Jets came out on top in this game. Now that the first quarter of this season is done, New York is now 3-1 and tied for the lead with the Bills for the AFC East division. Will they come up with a good game plan to stay at the top against the Texans, who are tied with the Titans in the AFC South race at 3-1 as well? Both Marcus May and Robbie Anderson had a banner game this week against the Dolphins. Can they repeat that kind of performance against a team that's fighting to stay at the top of their division? Find out the answers as the Jets play host to the Texans, and until we meet again here in Metlife Stadium for Week 5 action in a battle of leaders. For Eurocat Baby and the rest of the crew here, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.